Well, faith challenge number 10 is about the increase of faith. Who doesn't want more faith? Just think, if you can say to a mountain, be moved and be thrown into the sea, and that was done by faith. Wow, can you imagine if we had great faith? All the things we'd be able to do, the great feats we'd be able to accomplish. Didn't Jesus say, you will do even greater things than I? Boy, how do I build those faith muscles so I can lift more? You see, I think sometimes we're a little bit like people who are saying, if I just had more faith, I could have more things. That I'd have more blessings in my life. I would be more prosperous. I would not have any illnesses and sicknesses and any problems in my life. Well, if you really kind of look at the passages that talk about the increase of faith, Matthew 18:21 and following is a good place to start, and I'll let you read that. But the context there is not about prosperity. It's not about health. It's not about a lot of things that sometimes we put our faith into and we say, God, I'm going to believe in you and I'm going to have all these things. No, you remember Peter was challenged with this idea about how many times should I forgive someone if they sin against me? And I think Peter was kind of like the little boy who decided that, here's the answer that I think the teacher wants me to give them. And so Peter came up with a very generous answer, and he says, I think I could forgive someone 7 times. Wow, that's a lot of faith. It takes a lot of faith to forgive somebody 7 times. But then Jesus comes back and he says, no, Peter, your faith's a little weak. How about 70 times 7 in one day? Do you have that much faith? Wow, to be able to forgive someone 70 times 7, do the math, 490 times in one day. Whew. I think I'd be worn out long before 490. You see, what is the applications of our faith? It's so easy to get caught up in the prosperity and the healing and all these kinds of things and miss the things that our faith was intended for in the first place. And that is for us to identify more with God, to become more like Him. Because God is a forgiver. God is able to forgive me over and over and over again. I'm sure He's forgiven me more than 490 times in my lifetime. And it's amazing that He keeps on loving and He keeps on serving and He keeps on helping me. And do I have the amount of faith necessary to just keep on giving and never stop? Lord, increase my faith. Help me to not become weary in well-doing, because in due season we will reap a harvest if we do not faint. I don't want to faint. I want more faith. So your challenge is not just how can you get more faith, but if you had it, what would you put your faith into? Forgiveness might be a good place to start.